Hello, welcome to Minecraft Let's Play episode 7. Since our last episode, we've moved in a few extra guests because today's episode is going to be all about villagers and villages and what we can do with them and how we can breed them, etc. I've actually let our little farmer out. He just kind of resides in our home now, and he's part of our family. So let's announce the winner of this week's competition. I asked you guys to spot two things that were missing from this world, and Egg Cup nailed it completely. It took nearly all week, but Egg Cup spotted that. Number one, I'm down to 3 dogs now, sadly. We lost a dog with a creeper attack. And number 2, the entrance to our mine has been flattened, and we have a new entrance somewhere. It was just so that we could get a good view of the map, because that entrance to the mine was actually obscuring it a little bit. So with that out of the way, we're going to go over to the little village that we found on our maps. And as you can see, I've put a huge fence all the way around this village just to protect our villagers. Put some lighting up. And this was a previously empty village, if you remember, from our episodes 4 and 5, I think it was. And we've got a couple of farmers that we've put down. They will wander around with bread, and they'll feed the other villagers, and that will encourage them to propagate and make babies. We've put down a lot of beds and a lot of workstations, a few extra builds just to bulk the numbers up, because the primary goal here was to make the place safe and to spawn golems. We've also got a little sheep breeding place here where I go in, and if you use a pair of shears instead of beating them up, you can actually get 2, most of the time 1-2 bits of wool off them. It's a lot more efficient than actually just killing them and taking the wool off that way. Plus it grows back, and when you're having to produce 20 beds in a village to be able to spawn golems, then it's much more advantage that way, doing it that way. Now, what we're going to do to talk about the... what are you doing over there? I didn't put him in there. He's somehow managed to get in with the cows. And I'm not quite sure how he's jumped over a fence. I didn't know they could do that. This is a golem, as you probably know, and he'll wander around the village and kill any mobs that get in. We're pretty good without the mobs, to be honest, because we've got the fence all around and we're well lit, so not many mobs actually spawn inside. But this is a fully functioning working village, and we've been trading with some of these guys too. If you look at the colour of the belt there, you can see this guy's just a novice, and he was a villager that grew up here from a baby, so we don't get any discounts on his trades. But if you look at the second guy, now this guy was actually a zombie villager. He was one of the first villagers I rescued to come into this village. I've actually traded with him a whole bunch of times, and you can see his belt is like a diamond colour. And if you open up to trade with him, because we helped him, because we rescued him from zombie villagification, if you want to call it that, he gives us a huge discount. So if we give him 10 bits of coal, he'll give us emeralds. And in return, he will trade us weapons, because that's his specialty. And 1 emerald for an iron sword with looting on it, it's a pretty good deal, to be honest with you. But what we're looking for on these guys are, if you go right down to level 5, or level 4 even, you get an axe, a diamond axe for 10 emeralds, with enchantments on it. It's so cheap compared to actually mining the diamonds and then having to use the experience points to actually make these enchantments. This is where I get most of my axes from, and weapons and things like that. And each villager that you have as a weaponsmith, if you set him up right, will have a different weapon that he's willing to trade for. So for the sake of 10 coal to buy 1 emerald, we've got a really good axe and good sword there for what, 10 and then 100 coal. So it's so cheap compared to actually making it yourself. Now, just to illustrate the mechanics behind villages, because they can be quite complicated if you don't know what you're doing, I've made a little mock village. Now, fresh villages are categorized when you put down the first bed. So from the top left-hand corner of the first bed, going 16 blocks in any direction, that is our size of the village. Really, that's where the beds will count towards the total number for golem spawns and things like that. Now, you need a minimum of 20 beds in one village, 10 villagers, and the 1.16 version of this game requires that 85% of those villagers have worked the previous day, and that they have to go through 1 day and 1 night cycle before golems will actually appear. So it's a bit more complicated than it used to be. So on this example, I've used a couple of farmers. They're going to keep everyone fed. As you know, you need plenty of food if they're going to mate and have babies. Carrots or potatoes or wheat to make bread, they'll do that all automatically for you. I do prefer carrots or wheat for bread because you do get rotten potatoes, you do get poisonous potatoes, sorry, that will actually harm the villagers. But yeah, that's it. That's basically it. The 4 basic rules of village management, and it's so easy to set these up. I've just got a 32 by 32 square village here with 20 beds, 20 villagers, a couple of farms, a couple of farmers, and they just do the rest themselves. And when the conditions are right, the golems will spawn, which we'll use in our next episode to make an iron farm, so we don't have to go mining. Now, these guys in the green, they're lazy, okay? They do not work. They never will work, and that's why the game says 85% of them have to work, because you will get these guys in the mix. And also cats, they tend to spoil things. If you've got more than 10 cats in a village, golems will not spawn. But cats are pretty good against creepers because, you know, creepers are terrified of them, they just run away. Now, in our last episode, we built another hub. We're traveling longer distances now. And yeah, we'll try and get this guy out of here. Now, today we're going to be going to one of these far-flung villages that we found in the last episode, down our ice road. And we're going to turn that dilapidated village that, you know, I think it only had 1 villager in. We're going to turn that into what we've just seen there. A bustling village full of many, many villagers and many trades to do some interesting things with. And I've been working on another hub as well. We've finished off the kind of basic room that we've got here and all the lighting. We've got a couple of extra tunnels which we're going to do. I put down a little bit of storage here, which is just going to hold some basic materials that we're going to be using around this build. A few more there, and I've also done some automated ovens, which if you look at my shorts video, it shows you how to do those. And yeah, we've got another ice road which goes through to the sea area where I did the pirate treasure short as well. But we're going to go down this one today and go down to our little village that we found in the last episode, and we're going to do some work on that. It's quite a big project, I have to admit. There's a lot of landscaping to be doing, and a lot of fun to be had trying to get these villagers together and trying to keep them safe and get them breeding. So we'll crack on. Now, first thing you notice when you come into this village is it's very, very ill kept. There's one villager here, nature's kind of taken over. The hills are very up and down, it's very dangerous, there's holes everywhere. You know, it's going to be a nightmare to navigate, let alone actually have villagers that will be useful in here. You can see how overgrown it is. You can't even tell how many houses we got here, let alone get to them all quickly. And yes, you could do a little warehouse with all the villagers in and have a trading post and lock them behind bars, but I much prefer coming into a workable village like this. It does take a little bit more work, but it's just nice as part of the game. So I think the first thing we're going to need to do here really is clear these trees. get rid of this foliage so we can actually see what we've got to work with here. I mean, we could have 5 houses here, we could have 10 houses. For all I know, in this forest, we could have 100 houses here. It's so overgrown. So we're going to go across to a chest that I've got here with some beds already in. We're going to need 20 of these beds. And the first thing I'm going to go and do is to actually put these in one of the huts. Because we've travelled quite a way to get here, so I want to set a respawn point just in case I die. You never know when it's going to come. The amount of times I end up dying, I haven't yet on this Let's Play series, but the time will come, and it's usually me falling down, to be honest, falling from a great height. So just to illustrate the importance of villager trading and why you should do it, I'm going to take this axe that cost us 10 emeralds, which was 100 coal, and I'm going to take down all these trees. Just clear this whole site so we can see what we're doing. And you know, trading is so much faster than going down a mine and actually mining these diamonds and things like that. So I'm going to take down all these trees, clear all this foliage, and we'll get back to you, okay? Right, now that that's done, you can see exactly what's going on with this village and how many houses we've got, what road goes where. And you can see it's spread out quite a way. So we've got a lot of scope for improvement here. We've got a lot of room to work with. We've got places to put farms. We've got places to put extra buildings. It's going to be a good one to work with. So the next thing we need to do is to go back down and do some landscaping and see if we can flatten this area off a bit, because it's quite hilly. Okay, so you can see this is our city centre. They always have a bell and a water source right in the middle of the village there. And it's awful. It's absolutely terrible. There are hills, mountainous hills everywhere, which are just a nightmare to climb up and down. There are holes everywhere. Yeah, that's just going to have to come out, that whole mountain there. And we want it as flat as possible. Yeah, you can have hills, mountains, whatever, but we want to make it easy to trade in. We want to make it easy for our golems to be able to wander about and protect our villagers. And we need it, yeah, we need it easy for us to navigate as well. So I'm just going to go around with a shovel. And it's a lot of work, but with a diamond shovel with a couple of enchantments on it, it'll take no time at all, really. So we're just going to go around and flatten all this ground off. Easy as that, 1, 2, 3, and we're done. And we're going to fill some of these holes in as well, and just make this area a bit more habitable and a bit easier to navigate. So I'll see you when we've done that. Okay, so I've been digging for about 30 minutes there, and I've got the whole area flattened out right through the entire village. We do have a house that's just floating. We'll have to either take that out or put it on stilts or something. I don't know what we'll do yet. But this just looks so much better. You know, you can see everything, and I've leveled out the steps. We've got easy ways to get up and down. We've leveled off that area to the left there so we can get some extra houses up at the top. And this is much better. You know, our golems and villagers are going to be able to run around no bother, and we can see everything that's going on. So we can add some farms and things into here. But I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I think, to be honest with you, if I put some stilts on it like this, and then maybe have a few workstations underneath, we could make it a workable area. At least then it kind of has a purpose. And we could turn that into maybe a prison. I don't know. It'd be a shame to get rid of it, so I'm just going to leave that where it is for now and just pop it on stilts so it kind of looks like it belongs. Alright, well, and yeah, a couple of workstations underneath, and that might work out quite cool. But we need to talk about security. We need to make this village a bit safer, because we can't even start to put villagers in here, because the minute you do that, mobs are going to appear and kill them all. So if we get rid of all the junk we don't need, what I want to do is to build a huge fence, like that first village I showed you today, all the way around. Now that could be quite a daunting task, but we just have cleared this entire village of trees. So we've got a huge supply of wood at the minute, just begging for a job to do. So we're going to turn it all into fencing, and we're going to use it to literally go around this entire village. And any areas that aren't really that great for fences to go on, we're just going to pop some soil in, dig some soil out, and just make it workable. So it's you know, you just got to start somewhere really. And you can see I just want to go straight forward here, but the ground is awful. So if I just get some soil and level it off, you know, in a couple of hours time, you'll forget you've done it, and it'll just look like it belongs. And we'll just work our way around the entire village, just kind of, you know, getting things to suit. You know, any places that are too high, we'll take them off, and any places that are too low, we'll just fill them in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and build this fence all the way around, and I'll see you once we've done that, okay? Okay, so we've got our fence completed, right the way around the entire village, and I've put torches on. And don't forget about the torch lighting rating. You know, each torch emits 14 points of light, which diminish by 1 point every time you move a block, and once you get down to 7 points, then mobs will spawn. So just bear that in mind when you're placing your lighting down in these villages, okay? That's why I've put some temporary ones on the grass there, just to make sure that nothing spawns in our village. Otherwise there's no point having the fence. Now we're gonna have to get this villager and make a little makeshift villager breeder to breed some villagers in, and we're gonna need another villager to make into a farmer. We've only got one villager here already, and we need a minimum of 2 to start our village breeder, and we want to make 20. And now we can do that with 2 villagers. That's not a problem at all. And you can do it relatively quickly under the right conditions. And what I like to do is to actually put them in a little pen, like you do with the sheep and cows. Give them plenty of food, and let them do their thing. So I'm going to use a few fences here just to build a little paddock. Breeding villagers is pretty simple really. As long as you've got more beds than there are villagers already, they will breed, and as long as you've got food, they will breed. So if you have 2 villagers and 3 beds, they will get together and make a 3rd villager, a baby villager. And you just keep increasing the amount of beds that you have to increase the number of villagers. Now, you can do it over the entire scope of the village. You can just let these villagers run around and breed on their own, as long as you've got extra beds and plenty of food. But it happens much quicker in a confined space. That's why I put them into this little paddock here. We could probably get at least 10 villagers in one day in that little paddock through forced breeding. So it's just a lot quicker, a lot more efficient than letting them do it naturally in the village itself. I think the distance has kind of something to do with the calculations there. So what we need to do is to get this villager into. Oh, I'm gonna use a boat this time rather than a rail and minecart. And it's just, I'm cringing already because the boats are so slow to get there, even over short distances like this. I really don't like it. And just getting these villagers in here. I mean, he's been running in and out of this house the whole time we've been here, and now we've got a boat ready for him to go in. Look, get in the boat. Trust me, you're gonna have a good time. Seriously. Alright? I could think of much worse things for you to be doing. So, a little cooperation for a change. No. I mean, he's got himself right in that corner now, and he just does not want to go. And you can guarantee the second I turn my back, and he'll just wander out into the boat. So I'll give him a bit of space. And we'll try and funnel him in there somehow. Go on. It frustrates me every time this. I always have issues getting villages where I want them to go. And we'll put that summit down here so we can't go back in that corner. And there we go. Right, we're in. So, boats have 2 slots, and we can actually get in this boat and row away. And when I say row away, I mean row away. Because it's so slow. This is why I prefer minecarts and rails. It might take a little bit more work, but come on, look at this. This is, no wonder this tutorial is 50 minutes long. Sorry about that. I kind of bumped him down a little too hard there. He didn't like it. He's still there. He's good. He's all right. He's survived the downhill section of our toboggan boat slow ride. And of course, yeah, we're not going to fit through the gate, so we'll take that down. And we'll get him in here. And yeah, that's done. That's the easy bit. Now we need to find him a friend. So we'll just pop the gate back in. Because the minute I take this boat out, he's going to leg it, isn't he? We've had many fun times with this already, haven't we? Escaped villagers. That's what the whole episode 4 thing was about. It would have been about 15 minutes long, that episode, if our villagers hadn't escaped and died and things like that. So we're back at our main village here, and hang on, where's number 3? I've lost count of which, lost track of who's who. But have you seen my dog? Oh, he's there. Come on. I mean, we've lost one of you already, and I haven't name tagged any of you yet, so I don't know which one we lost, but I've lost one of you. You, just sit down there and stay, okay? Yeah, we're back at our main village because I want to show you how we can rescue zombified villagers. We're going to need some apples, more specifically golden apples, and a splash potion of weakness, which we make in our brewing stand. Yeah, I forgot what it was there for a sec. With our blaze powder that we've got from the nether by killing a blaze, which we'll go through at some point. Now, the best way to do this is just to go out at night, as you would if you're killing off skeletons and things for bones. Hunt down a zombie villager, and what we want to be doing is throwing the potion of weakness at him, the splash potion of weakness, and then feed him a golden apple. Within 3 or 4 minutes, he'll turn into a regular villager again. And to be honest, around here, there was only one villager here when we got here, so there should be plenty of zombie villagers running around. So it's night time, and we're going to go out and hunt. And more specifically, we're going to get this zombified villager and rescue him. And then we're going to turn him into a farmer who will breed and populate our entire village. Now, the trick is just finding them, really. Sometimes you can search all night and not find any. And other times you can search for 10 minutes and find 3 or 4. And we'll just kill whatever comes along. I mean, I love this sword. I got this sword off a trade with a villager. And not only does it kill really well, but it also cooks the meat. If you kill sheep or cows, you end up with cooked meat as well. And yeah, 2 hits instead of 3 and they're done. But I don't know, I can't see any zombies. There's plenty of mobs here, and we're in the plains, so there should be plenty of zombified villagers running around. Oh, he's gonna go. Right. At least we'll get plenty of string and plenty of bones. Here we go, 2 in one go. Yeah, so much easier when you've got fire aspect on your sword. But no, I can't usually come around them a lot quicker than this. I can't actually see any zombie villagers. It's always the way. You know, if you're not recording, you'll come across 3 or 4. The minute you press record, that's it. The game just knows you want zombie villagers. It knows what you've got in your inventory. It knows you've got splash potion of weakness. And it knows you've got golden apples. And nothing. The whole night wasted just running around looking for a zombie villager. So we're going to have to go to plan B. And plan B involves a bit of a headache. We're going to have to go through to our main village with a boat and go and bring back one of our farmers. Ah! fuck? What's going on here? Oh, I've got a Geist in our nether hub. And I specifically built this so that we wouldn't get them. Oh no, I must have gone a block too high with the ceiling. I'm going to have to repair that damage later on. Yeah, if you build your ceilings too high in the nether hub, you will get Geists spawning in. And that's the first mob we've had spawn in here. Oh, nightmare. So, right, okay, back to what we were doing. We need our farmer. So we're going to have to put him in a boat, take him to... There he is. Right, we're going to have to put him in a... Why have you got no face? Come on, what's going on? Where's your face gone? Oh, that's just creepy. I don't know, what the hell is that? I can't cope. Oh no, these tutorials just go crazy. Oh, it's back. I don't know what was going on there. No, we don't want you. We want the farmer. No, yeah, no, we want just the farmer. Please. Could you maybe get out? No? Right, so we just want the farmer in this boat. We don't want two of them, because then there isn't a spare slot for us. Okay, so we'll try this again. Well, here he is. Yeah, we got the farmer. And we got the other guy too. No, come on. Just once. Can we have something done easily? You know, I don't think people watching this video really want to see me mess up all the time. Oh no! The boat glitched. It's gone through the floor and it's taken a baby with him. And it's killing it. There's nothing I can do. Oh, I was just about to say I don't think everyone just wants to continuously watch me mess up. But there we go. Dead baby. I feel awful. And now we're going to make another boat because it glitched and went through the floor. Oh, we had one in there anyway, so that's fine. Okay, right, I've forgotten about that now. We'll try it inside instead. We want this farmer. So I'm going to get in the boat. I'm going to go... Oh, finally, he just went in. After all that, he just walked in the boat. Easy as that. So we're going to take him all the way back to our other village via our ice road. How the hell did a fox get in here? Did you see that? Anyway, push him through and he's in. And they go through straight away. They don't even have to wait the few seconds that Minecraft make us wait. So, yeah, don't go back. Right, into the village. And it's night time, so we're going to sleep. Got a nice big double bed, we'll be chummy. And we need to get him into the pen and get him breeding. After all that trouble and the dead baby villager, and I'm probably going to be cursed for life now. So I'm going to take him through the back way here and build a little airlock. I do not want to go through that gate and let the other villager out. So if I head back over and get a few fence posts, that's it. And what I'm going to do is just to build a little fence around this boat before I let him out. Yeah, we should just be able to fit it in here. Might as well take these, right. So if we pop the fence round and then take the fence down in between, break the boat, he's in. And he should be fully stocked with food and carrots or whatever, and there you go. Straight at it. Confined space, plenty of food, extra beds, and out comes a baby. Easy as that. So if we're going to have a big village, we're going to need to put some more beds down, and we're going to need a farm as well. So if we just go over to our chest where I've got all the rest of the beds and stuff, we'll put a few more down. And I'm going to need a hoe, I'm going to need some water, because we're going to do a little farm. So we'll either make it out of carrots or seeds, and he will take what he needs from that and do the rest. Once you get them started, it's all pretty much automatic. So if we just rearrange things, we'll pop a bed down here, let them do their thing. Another baby will appear. We've got plenty of beds here. I think enough for the whole project, to be honest with you. It's one of the reasons why I like to breed a lot of sheep in confined spaces and use shears because you get so much more of them, like we said. And if we just go over, and have they got another one? Yeah, there we go. There's 2. And you can see him passing bread over, trading it to that other villager. That will encourage them to do their thing. Kind of bribes him, if you will. And we'll go over and we'll put a farm down. Now, we've got plenty of space because we cleared all this land earlier. So we're going to put a farm in this corner, possibly 2. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's our center point. Pop a hole in here and put our water in. And in case you missed all the other episodes I've done where we do farms, you need a hoe, and you just hoe this land out and plant all your seeds. So we've got 2 rather large farms here, just to get them going. And we'll head back over, see what's been going on. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 babies now. And these take several days to grow up into adult villagers, but if you're doing other things in the village as well, you can just let them do their thing. It gets rather tiresome if you're just kind of waiting for them and watching them. There we go again. See, they're just as quick as you like. You know, it's so much faster in a confined space compared to just letting them do it naturally. And we'll just slap these beds down. Now, these are just going to be temporary because we will put these beds into houses and huts and things that are already here, and we're going to build a couple of extra as well. As quick as you like. You know, they're on it again. And yeah, 10 villagers, 20 beds like we said earlier. That will get our first golem to spawn. But we want 20 villagers and we want 2 golems because there are 13 trades that you can have within these villages as well. I wouldn't mind getting them all eventually. But as you can see, I've let these guys out now. And we've got a good basis. We've got about 10 villagers. And the more beds we add, they'll just naturally go. Now there's plenty of them. And you can see they just wander about, having a good look around. And they're safe. You know, we've got plenty of light in here. We've got plenty of fences around. And they're going to go indoors to sleep once we get our beds set up indoors and things like that. So we got rid of our village breeder. And there's just loads of children running around. And you can see they'll adopt whatever trades they find. This one's a Fletcher. And you can get some pretty cool stuff like enchanting bows off them. And all you have to do is give them sticks for emeralds. That's really cool. I've put a fence around here because if you spotted that fox, he sneaked in through. And we don't need all these little children running through to the nether and meeting a Geist in our nether hub. That would just be atrocious, wouldn't it? So yeah, we've got quite a lot of little guys running around, and when they grow up into being adults, because they're bound to these beds, they're going to pick up trades. So just to make things easy, it's really cheap to make fletching tables. So I've put quite a lot of those down because, like I said earlier in the video, you need a full day and night cycle for golems to spawn. And 85% of these guys have to be working on that day. So when they grow up, they need trades quickly. You can change the trades later on. It's just it's a lot easier to make fletching tables than it is to make anything else really, and they're cheap. So I'll put those down first, and then later on, as we're working on this village, we'll change their trades. Now, I really want to show you how to rescue a zombified villager. So we're gonna try again. We've got our splash potion. We've got our golden apples, and yeah. You need to know how to do this, and you need to see it being done. So we're going to go out for another night whilst we're waiting for little guys to grow up and stuff. And the bones... Oh, no, we've got a patrol. Oh, remember episode 4? Or was it episode... Yeah, episode 4. We were just trying to get one villager into our... and these... Oh, no. I'm going to have to kill them because they're coming after me. How does this happen? 2 times in 7 episodes. How do we manage to start off a village raid from a random patrol passing through just at the time that we're doing the tutorial? I mean, honestly, why don't I just edit these bits out and pretend they don't happen? But that's the beauty of survival and Let's Play. You know, you don't just see the polished, finished product. You get to see all the debauchery on the way as well. So we're going to have a village raid again. And we still didn't find any zombified villages. I'm absolutely gutted. We got this... Oh, no. So... And we got all these young lads... young... Oh, you're joking. Now we've got a village raid going, and look what's over there. Not one. Not two. But 3 zombified villagers. Why couldn't we have found those before? You know, it's just the way it goes when you're recording. The game knows, and it just wants it to be entertaining, doesn't it? Or one of my subscribers commented saying that my texture pack was cursed. I think he's right. So yeah, you just splash them. You just throw the splash potion of weakness at them, and you feed them with a golden apple. And once you hear that loud bang, that's them in. But it's important to separate them from the outside mobs, otherwise they'll just... on the raid starting, we've got to get these guys in somewhere safe, and I don't have enough splash potions of weakness, so we're going to have to take 2 of you guys and kill the 3rd one. Which one? Yeah, we're going to have to get rid of this one. See, he hasn't been splashed, and we ran out of potions. So, sorry dude, but you're not getting rescued. We need to get these other 2 indoors and confine them until they turn into normal villagers again. Now, they'll follow us. And when they turn into normal villagers, they'll be able to let themselves out of here, no bother, and they'll just integrate themselves into our population. And this is what I was trying to do at the start. You know, the first time I went out, is just get these guys in, splash them, feed them with a golden apple, and let them just turn into normal villagers. Now, we're going to have to get ready for this raid. It's all happening at once, you know. All I wanted to do was just to show you how to rescue a zombie villager. And now we're going to have to take on another raid. And somehow not let any of our villagers die. These start off to be so straightforward, you know. We'll just fix up this village, we'll level some ground out and all that stuff, and then all hell breaks loose, and we're just going to find these guys. I mean, I can hear them. You can't mistake that sound every bloody 10 seconds, you know. It terrifies me. And we're fully stocked, you know. I need to clear some of this off. But where are they? I mean, the good thing is we've got these fences up, so they shouldn't be able to get into the village, to be honest with you. They should be around the edges somewhere. Oh, there they are. Right, so if we come out through our gate, and we'll just shut it behind us, okay, and creep around the side here. We've got pretty good swords, so we should be able to take them out in 2 or 3 hits if we can get them before they get us. We've got the advantage here, surprise attack, and yeah, he's done. He's down. That's good. And you can see where it says raid on the top, it tells you how many are left to get, and that bar will go down until you've got them all. So you just got to hunt around for them, really. Oh, there's one in the water with a creeper. Yeah, am I just being punished? Not only do I have to take on a patrol guy, but I have to take on the creeper too. At least he's in water, so he won't cause any damage. I'm just trying to figure out how to get around him without actually falling in. I'm just going... No. There we go. Okay. That's the creeper out of the way. I go in and get him, and he's done. Now I've got 2 more somewhere. And it's getting daytime, so we're not going to have to worry about other creepers as well. Yeah, we'll just wander about until we find them. Another 2, and then we'll have another wave and come along, but at least we'll have a bit of a break in between. Is he down there? I don't know. Oh, there's one. Okay, we'll go up and get him. He's got the height advantage, but we'll get there. He's only got a crossbow. Yeah, there we go. Right. One more mob remaining. Now then, where's he at? At least our villagers have the common sense to stay indoors. However, I've got no windows. What is it with me and windows? Remember episode 1? Where we slept in our first build for the night, and a spider crept in the window the next morning and attacked me in my bed. Well, I didn't learn, did I? You know, I've put villagers in houses with no windows for now because I haven't made any yet. I think he must be down there because he's nowhere else. And we could go on all day like this if I don't find him. I mean, there must be a time limit to raids, I'm sure there is, but I've never had one last long enough for it to actually stop. I wonder if that's what the 90-minute thing is when you kill the head honcho. I'm gonna have to go in that cave. He must be in the cave for some reason. I don't know why he would spawn down there. There's no villagers down there to kill, and I'm not down there either. Is he about? There he is. Aye. Right. That's him taken care of. So, you can see the raid. The next wave is coming. We can regroup. Make sure we've had something to eat. And maybe get rid of some inventory if we get time. I don't know where they're going to spawn. Are they going to spawn in the same location, or are they going to spawn somewhere else? I don't know. We'll have a look. I'll shut that behind us. Because you never know. I don't need them running around inside the village. Now, each wave will get progressively harder to kill, and they will cause more damage. At least they've got the good sense to stay indoors. Good boys. If that doesn't stop going on, honestly, I just wish you could turn that feature off. And they've got to be around somewhere. They're up here, around the back? No. Okay, so they're not inside our village, which is great, because it means our defences are working perfectly. There's no chinks in the armour, there's no ways through that I can see. No, they're not in here, so they must be outside the fence again. So you can see just out there, oh no, they're attacking the villagers through the windows. I mean, well, through the lack of windows, no windows at all. And they've got axes this time or something. So if we head back, I'm sure I've got a bow or something. If I take out this one with the crossbow, I could maybe get the other two with the bow. And he's got the height advantage again, but we should be able to get him. 1, 2, 3, we're good. I love this sword, it's great. These two are going to be a little harder now. 2 in one go. Come on. There we go. So that's 3. So we've got another 2 remaining. And our inventory's full. I should have emptied it, really, shouldn't I? What can we swap out just to get some of this? Because I wouldn't mind some armor. I'm really not prepared for this at all. As usual. I mean, Dazzle, not prepared? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm probably the most unprepared Minecrafter ever. You know, I think it took 3 or 4 episodes to actually start carrying a sword around with me. Well, I just expected everything to go just right, eh? But like one of my subscribers said, this texture pack is obviously cursed. Oh, here they come. Right, these guys have got axes, so they're going to be a bit Oh, no! What happened? He only hit me twice. Oh, I died for the first time in this Let's Play. We've got nothing, and it's all out there. And so are they. I've got to somehow get all that stuff back without dying. I've got no armor and no weapons. Right, I'm going to go for my bow and arrows. This is it now. I'm just going to have to shoot them from afar. Be a skeleton. And be a chicken and shoot them from a distance where they can't get me. Oh, I can't believe that just happened. We only got to episode 7 without dying. And to be fair, I usually die from falling from a great height when we're building higher structures. There you go. You can't get me now, boys. But yeah, this is a disaster, isn't it? All of our stuff's out there. I'm gonna have to go and get it back. But that made short work of them, really. And I'm gonna have to get this stuff before the next wave comes in and try and regroup, try and organise myself again, because it all went wrong there. I can't believe it. What was he carrying? What was that axe? I mean, I know I wasn't wearing full armour, but 2 hits and I was gone. Really? I've never died that easy. Oh, that was a disaster. Let's just rearrange all this stuff. I don't want those in my offhand. That's just going to be annoying. But my inventory's full. I'm not. This is what happens when you're not prepared, guys. Okay. If you're going to start a raid, do it on purpose, all right, and make sure your inventory is pretty much empty apart from the weapons you need. And make sure you got some decent armor on. I mean, I was just running around in a helmet and shoes. I had no pants on, no t-shirt. You get arrested for that in some countries. Right, I just take these guys out. I should be all right. And we got the big boss to do as well. 2 more. 1 more guy with a crossbow, hopefully. I don't want to go near those axes again. I mean, honestly. Oh, that was devastating. I can't get over that. That's going to upset me all week. Oh, please, guys, give me some good likes and some subscribers for this, because I'm absolutely horrified. Oh, dear. Wait, I'm going to have to offload. Get rid of some of this stuff, because I don't want to lose out on whatever these last 2 mobs drop. Okay, we've got 1 guy hopefully with a crossbow, and we've got 1 big bullish creature to go and get, and they're pretty slow. The ender boss type things, I've forgotten what they're called now, but they're really tough. You know, they're pretty much as hard to kill with a sword as a golem is, so you've got to be pretty much on the ball with them, and not allow them to actually manage to get a hit in. That would be the ideal thing, because if I die twice in 1 raid, and I'm only on normal, it's not like I'm on hardcore, that would be really embarrassing. If I die twice, all my subscribers should unsubscribe. I shouldn't have said that, should I? Because I'll probably die again now. And I'll end up with no subscribers at all. Right, let's get the last of this. It was on... Yeah, okay. Right, 2 more mobs. I need to focus. There they are. Right. Let him come to us, because I just want to take on 1 at a time. And he's just got a crossbow, so he's easy enough. They don't cause that much damage. But this guy, this can be dangerous. He's a huge, massive, like, bullish thing with green eyes. Just don't hit me. Come on, I'm glad we're in a kind of shaded area. It seems to be slowing him down. And there we go, we're done. We're now the hero of the village. And, yeah, you get some cool loot from this. But the best part of it is being the hero of the village, because what that does is it gives us discounts for our trades. So if you're going to plan a trade, if you're going to do a whole bunch of trading, start a raid off, and it dramatically, there we've got, what, 12 minutes, we've got dramatically decreased prices for emeralds. So they will make things a lot cheaper. I can't believe we died. And I can't believe we've had 2 sets of raids. You're free to come out now, boys, in 7 episodes, completely by accident. I mean, I haven't set either one of them off on purpose. You can come out now, they're gone. You can see the discounts we're getting there, so that's pretty cool. I mean, what, 11 carats for an emerald instead of 22? It's half price. So it is worth doing the raids if you prepare properly for them and you don't die. Okay? So with all that out of the way, we're pretty much done. Okay? We've now been through a day and night cycle. I've put a pen down, for more sheep. We've got our golem. he's just going to wander about here and protect these guys so that I don't have to, because I'm probably more dangerous than the mobs are to these guys. And yeah, they've all grown up, and we've put different trades down. I've put in a couple of extra buildings, and we've got 2 golems now. That's great. And yeah, it's just a fully working village with lots of different trades. We've got our farmers doing our thing to keep them going. It's working quite well. And from this, we can just kind of run around and trade with whoever we want and get, you know, lots of goodies and emeralds and things. And no sheep is safe. Well, from our shears in this place, because we always need a lot of beds, so we need a lot of wool. I'll just iterate that. Yeah, wool. And we're going to put another couple of buildings up here as well, I think, because these 2 are already here, so it'd be nice to put an extra 2 up the top there. That can be the posh area, couldn't it? Up on the hill looking down on the rest of the peasants. And it's nice. I've got a few tables just out in the open because it's nice during the day just to kind of see these guys working away. So if we sleep now, and we'll wake up in the morning, and we'll see village life with everyone working and going about the daily routine. It's nice to kind of like have it a little market square in the middle, to be honest with you, where they're all standing around chatting away, working at the trades. And we'll pick, you know, one of these guys to build up to level 5, and he'll give us some good stuff. And we'll do that over time for each trade, because it really, really does make a big difference. Like apples, for instance, the farmers, once you get them up there and you've got the right farmer, they will give you a lot of apples for emeralds, which saves us hunting for oak trees and things for apples, because you know how hard they are to get. But we've got lots of different trades here, and it's all good. So that's it for this episode. And if you've made it through to the end, congratulations. You know, I'm really impressed, because this was a very long and drawn out tutorial, and I'm sorry about that, but hopefully it's been entertaining for you. And if you want to get your name on our scoreboard, just give me the time index for that fox that was out of place in our nether hub. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.